Okay, I'm really sorry. Something happened with our system. Because like I just did some, like I just clicked something wrong in my system. So I'm really sorry. So YouTube guys, I'm really sorry. So you can see me now. I'm really sorry for the delay. Uh, my name is Vikram. So, as I was mentioning in the last session, we have learned how plants do photosynthesis in the presence of light, carbon dioxide, water, and when they do photosynthesis, they release oxygen. So, in today's session, what we will learn, we will try to understand. Like we all know that carbon dioxide is required for plants to do photosynthesis, and they also require light to do photosynthesis. So if some changes happen in this session, in these two things, like if carbon dioxide uh, concentration increases or decreases, or if there are different kind of lights, does they have any effect on the photosynthesis or not? So in this session, we will try to understand these things. So we will not go for the light this time. We will try to understand if there is any change in the concentration of carbon dioxide, what will happen in the photosynthesis rate. So we will explore this thing in the session. And second thing, we will try to understand what will happen if carbon dioxide increase in the atmosphere. What will happen? So we will learn all these things. So before this, I would like to share a screen with you. You can see the last session that happened was a mathematical Rakhi session, and it was a very good session. Even I was there in the session, and Vijender, he shared these photographs. KGB Manipur students were doing the session, and KGB Andhra Pradesh schools. There are a lot of schools, other schools also. They were doing. They have shared their photographs with us. We really liked uh, your pictures and the way you do work. It's very amazing. It encourages us a lot of time. So thank you again. I hope you will enjoy this session also. Moving ahead, as I mentioned, these are the two things that we will learn in the session. So before starting the question, I would like to ask a small question to all of you. You can see a poll question on your screen. So I'm launching it. Uh, so in your screen, you can see uh, there is a question. Okay. So in this question, there is a question like when Kavita was born, uh, her parents saw a mango seed, and when she turned 30, the tree grew into a huge tree. So one day, when Kavita turns 30, she asked her parents that, "Oh, you have just sown a mango seed. How come this tree becomes so huge?" So from where all the mass of this tree came from? Like if you have seen bark, that's so huge. There are a lot of branches. So what do you think? Those all things come to the tree. Like how does plant grew into such a big tree? From where the mass came? Wow, I can see some schools are saying soil, some are saying air, some are saying water, nutrient in the soil. Amazing. Great. Wow. So I'll just end the poll and I'll see I'll share what the real answer is. So yes. So I think YouTube those who have joined us on the YouTube, they can also write their answers. So when someone asked me this question in the past, I was very surprised. Like, oh, I never thought like this. That if we sow a seed, how come it become a huge tree, and from where the mass came from? So surprisingly, the whole mass in the tree comes from the air only. So it was very surprising for me. How come plant become like a seed become a huge tree by gaining something from air. So you can see in the PPT, I'll just share a slide with you. So if you see here, so this is the formula of, like, this is how photosynthesis happens. It's chemical formula of photosynthesis. So you can see plant, they absorb carbon dioxide, they use water, and in the presence of light and in the presence of chlorophyll, they produce food like glucose. So in this glucose, you can see this carbon. So this carbon comes from air. So this carbon is responsible for all the mass that is in the tree. So it was very amazing for me that plants, they grow by just eating air. So it was very amazing for me when I learned that plants, they grow by eating leaves. Okay, sorry, air. So you can write in the chat box that if this fact was surprising to you or not, or you already knew that plants, they grew by eating air. So it's like someone has just mentioned soil. So plant can't, like, if suppose if you have planted a seed and if it grew into a whole tree and it grew according to you by eating soil, so there will be a huge like empty space around the tree, right, at the bottom of the tree, because if that tree has eaten all the soil, then there should be a whole like a empty space at the bottom, but it's not there. Right? You can see no tree has a empty like no empty space at the base, so they don't eat by eating soil, right? So yes, so we'll move to our experiment today. I hope you all have these things that we have mentioned. Yes, I will. Okay. If you can show me if you have all these things, syringes, leaves, straw, aluminum foil. It's very important to carry aluminum foil. If you don't have aluminum foil, you can use any black paper also, like this that I have pointed finger on. A drop of liquid detergent, uh, beakers. So if you all have these things, you can, just give me thumbs up. If you have, if you have all the things. Ah, wow. KGBB, MBNR, urban. Thank you very much. Good. Okay. So, okay. So let's start this session. So as we already did in the last session, what we did in the last session, what is the first thing that we have to do? We have to make solutions. So what we will do, uh, like we can do parallelly a lot of things. One group, if you can just start making holes. One group can do this thing, like they can just make holes from the leaf. They can take out the discs. So we need 5 syringes this time. So at least 25 leaf disc we want. So one group can start making this discs. We at least need 30 or 25 discs. So one group can start making the holes and make discs. Second group can, one of the other group. So if one group can start making 30 discs. The other group, like within the class, if you can distribute yourself, the second group, what they can do, they can make solutions. So what we will do in our this experiment, I will just show. Oh, so what we will do, we will make 3 different kind of solutions. We will make 4%, we will make 2%, and we will make 1% sodium bicarbonate solutions. Okay, how we will make it? Like in the last session, we had measured the okay. In the last session, we measured the sodium bicarbonate. Uh, so yes, so I will just put 4 gram sodium bicarbonate. And if you don't have like this weighing machine, small weighing machine, don't worry. I can just tell you how much is, like, approximately how much is 4%. Okay. So if I can, my spoon is, okay. Oh, yes. So if I just put uh, the powder on the spoon, you can see it's half the spoon. Okay. So you can just take approximately half teaspoon of the baking soda or sodium bicarbonate and put in one of the glass. Okay. Already have water. So put 4 gram in uh, one of the glass and mark it with number 4, because it's a 4% solution we will make. So we will mark it as 4. Okay. Uh, we will take another beaker, and in that beaker we will mark it as number 2. Okay. We will mark it as number 2. And what we will do, uh, in the last beaker we have put half the teaspoon. In this beaker we will add half of the powder that we have already took. So we will approximately add half, uh half of the 4%. So 2 gram, we will add just 2 gram, 4 gram. Okay. Okay. So in the last beaker we have added 2 gram, sorry, 4 gram. Here we will add the 2 gram. So if I can just show you how much is 2 gram, see, it is like 1/4 of this tablespoon. Okay. The first we added half of the tablespoon. In this we will add 1/4 of the tablespoon, and we will mark it as number 2. Okay. So in the third beaker we will add 1 gram. So, or you can do, yeah, what you can do. So we will add 1 gram. Okay. Okay. After this, I will check. I will, okay, it is 1 gram. So I will put this and I will show you spoon how much. See, it is very less, half than half of the spoon. Okay. I'll just put it and I'll mark it as number 1. Okay. Mark it as number 1. Okay. So I will just check if you have who have done. Oh, so if you have any question, you can ask me. Were you able to do it or not? You can just thumb raise if you have done it, or I can again repeat. If you can just switch on your camera, it will be very helpful so that I can see whether you have done the SAPM Guneshwar. Were you able to do it? KGBB Wukong Shang, were you able to make this powder? You have put the powders? Okay, wow. So you have already put the powder in the beakers, right? KGBB Wukong Shang. I'm really sorry if I'm not pronouncing the name. So you have put the powder in the beakers? Yes, yes. Okay, I can see you. Okay, great. I think KGBB Urban, MBNR Urban, they are also doing it. Okay, if other schools can open their camera, I can check them. And if okay, great. So what is the next step? What we have to do now? We have to put 100 ml of water in each of this in the three in these three beakers. So I will measure 100 gram of water and I will add the 100 gram water in this in each of the put 100 ml of water in each 100 ml in number 2, 100 ml in number 4 also, 100 ml in number 4, and 100 ml of water in number 1 also. Okay, so we have added the same amount of water in different, and we will mix it. Great. I can see KGBV Sheng is doing it, and in number 1 also. I have mixed it. Mix it properly so that there will be no crystal at the base. Okay. I think rest of the students, they have already made the leaf discs or they are making it. It will be helpful because it will save our time. If one of the group can make at least 20 to 25 leaf discs. Okay. Okay. So we already have the solution. So this is number 4, number 2, and this is our number 1. Okay, so I'll just put them aside and I'll check whether you were able to do it or not. If there is any problem, you can write in the chat box. Okay, so someone is asking me to speak loudly. I will do that. Okay, if you can just, okay. KGBV, MBNR Urban, were you able to do it? Were you able to do it? Yeah. Okay. So you have made the solutions? Okay, good. So amazing. KGP Sayaratha Reddy CRT Bioscience. Were you able to do it? Okay. So KGBV Ukang Sheng, were you able to do it? Okay. So what we will do now, we will mark our I hope you were able to like I think next what we will do, we will make the leaf discs. We will make at least 20 to 25 leaf discs. So I'll repeat. What is the next step? We will make out the leaf discs. As you can see in the PPT, we will make at least 20 to 25 leaf discs. Okay, at least 20 to 25 leaf discs. Please make it. So these are the leaf discs that I am making. You can also make the leaf discs. So I already made few of the leaf discs out of these leaves, and I will can show you. So these are the leaf discs that I have already made previously because it will save my time and your time also. What we will have to do now, we have to mark our syringes. So the same number we will put on these syringes also. Okay. So what we have make is 4% solution. Okay. So this is a 4% solution. This is a number 2 solution syringe. This is 1% solution. And we need two more syringes. So what we will do, we will make one more syringe for 4% on which we will put our aluminum foil. Okay. So in this 4 we will put our aluminum foil and we will keep it in the, like, there will be no light falling on this tube. And as we have already did in the last session, we will add just water to it in the last syringe. Okay. So these are the 5 syringes that I have already marked. You can also mark like this: 1%, 2%, 4%, one more for 4, and there is a one for just for water. So I forgot to tell you that you can also just put water in one of the beaker and we will add it in the water syringe, the syringe that is marked with the W. Okay, here. Is it done? Is it done or you are still doing it? Okay, you can make the leaf discs, and whenever your discs are ready, just start putting 5 to 6 syringes in each of the 5 to 6 leaf discs in each syringe. So whenever it's done, just add at least 5 to 6 leaf discs in each syringe. Okay. I will also put at least 5 to 6 leaf discs in each syringe. So these are my leaf discs. 1, 2, 3, 2 I have already added, and I'll just tap it. Okay. Try to okay, I have done with the 1. If you have any question, you can write in the chat box. I'll add 5 to 6 leaf discs in syringe number. Okay, the next syringe I have already added in the syringe number 4. Okay. I can see a lot of students, they are doing it. Okay. Good. Keep doing, keep doing. Just add the leaf discs in each and every so my 4th one is already done. I'll just put in the 2nd one. So here I'm putting in the 2nd one also. These are the leaf discs I have already added in the 2nd one also. Okay, this is my number 2, number 4, and I will add the rest of the discs in the water one also. Is the syringe with just water in it. There will be no source of bicarbonate in the water one. Okay. You can write in the chat box if you have any question. So you can see I have added the leaf discs in every syringe. KGBV MBNR urban, it's done. Is it done? Someone has just raised their hand. You can ask if you have any question. You can unmute and ask if you have any question. Sarvanthi Janjera. Yes, you can ask. Yeah. Tell me. Your voice is not audible. You can write in the chat box. Like your voice is not coming properly. You can write in the chat box if you want.
Good evening, sir. Okay.
You can write in the chat box. Okay. So please write in the chat box. Your voice was not audible to me. Now what we will do, we will put the plunger. I think everyone has done it. Okay, good. Okay. So what we will do now, we will put the plunger back and we will push it. We will not harm the discs. I have already added in the number 1. I will just mark them again because 4. Okay. We will just add the plunger back in every syringe. Please write the question that you were asking, please, so that I can answer you. Okay. So I have already added. Now what we will do, as you can see, this I will put here. This is my number 2. I will keep it here, number 2. So this is number 4. I will keep my number 4 syringes in front of number 4. Okay. And this is number 2. This is number 4. This is number 1. So this is number 1. Okay. 1, 2, 4. And this is my water, plain water. So I will put it here. Okay. So what we will do now, you remember what we did in the last session? We will take the solution. Keep remembering, in the syringe number 1, we will add half number 1 solution. Okay. Just half. Fill it to half. Okay. And keep it same. We will add half second number solution in the syringe number 2. Okay. Same half solution with the 4% sodium bicarbonate in the syringe marked as 4. Again, number 4 in front of number 4. And this is just plain water. So I will just add plain water in the syringe that is marked as W. Okay. Is it done? Is it done? Okay. I can see. Oh, wow. Amazing. There are a lot of students who are doing it. I'm just putting you on the screen. If anyone wants to come on the screen, they can switch on their cameras so that I can show other schools also that you are doing it. KGBV, P. Sairatha Reddy, are you able to do it? Great. So now what we will do, as I mentioned, we will put our finger at the top and we will remove all the air by pushing it downwards. And slowly you will see all the leaves, they are falling down. We have to do it with every single syringe. Okay. Okay. I'll show you on the camera how to. Okay. So this is my syringe. I will just put my finger at the. First of all, I have to remove all the air. See, now I'll just put a finger on it and just push the plunger back. It will create a vacuum and all the air will come out. I will tap it and you can see all the leaf discs are sinking down. See, all the leaves are at the bottom now. Okay, so do it with every syringe. So see here, all the discs are at the top. I will just remove the air that is already present at the top. I will put my finger here. I will push it back. You know, I will push it back, and you can see I'll do it again because few of my discs are still at the top. Yes, now you can see all the discs, they are at the bottom. See, all the discs are at the bottom. The number 2 also. Keep doing it with the 4, like rest of the syringes. I'll just remove the air. I'll put the finger. See, all the leaves, they are coming down at the bottom of the. Make sure all the leaves, they come to the bottom. It's very necessary. See, all the leaves, one of the disc is still at the top. No, it is coming down. See, it will also help you to become a good doctor, because if you if you will not remove the air from the injection, the patient will face very bad consequences. So you have it will help you to make you a good doctor in future. See, I think all the leaves, yes, see, all the leaves, they are coming at the bottom in this syringe also. See, all the discs, they are already at the bottom. I'll do it with the water one also. So I'm left with only one syringe. You just tap. Whenever you do it, just tap so that extra air, if it's around the leaf, uh, just remove the extra air at the top and just put your finger and push the plunger back. Wow. One of my leaf is still at the top. Wow. Just wow. So now my all the leaf discs are at the bottom. I came first. Let's see who all have done. Who is done with the syringe leaf discs? All the leaf discs are the bed or the at the bottom. Wow. KGBV and MBNR. Good. I'll just put you on the. Show me the syringe. If the discs are at the bottom. Oh, they are still floating. No, 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 no. Don't just keep it like this and show me. Oh, I think the middle one is still at the top. You just have to make sure all the leaves, they come to the bottom. Like I'll just show on the overhead. Okay. So what you have to do, make sure all the leaf discs are at the bottom, not at the top. If it's at the bottom, it's very good. So any other school who are able to do it, you can. Oh wow. So KGBV, Ukong, I've already like I don't know how to pronounce your name. Wow, I think you have done great. So you can write in the chat box, or you can switch on your cameras if you want, so that I can see you. I can see you syringes. Very good. ACERIZ65A. I don't know what's your name, but oh, I think you don't have the material with you. Okay, there is one more school. I just saw one of the school KGBVANDRO. I'm very happy that you have switched on your camera. And this time I think, wow. I think in the middle one, KGBV Andros, the one of the leaf disc is still at the top, try to I think it's just floating. In your syringe, the middle one is still at the top. You can do it again because it's very important for, yes. Make sure all the leaves are at the bottom, because if you'll not do it, you'll not get the result. And we need 5 syringes this time. I think some of you have already only 3, but that also fine. Okay, so we will move to next step. Now, what we have to do, we have filled our syringes mid like halfway. What we will do, we will make it, we will fill it fully. So the number 1 syringe, the syringe that is marked with number 1, what you will do, I will just remove you from the spotlight. Okay, what you will do, number 1 syringe, you will fill it, like fill it with the solution. I have like whole the syringe should have been like all the syringe. You have to fill it. Okay. Similarly, number 2, it's like I have just added the half solution. We will put the number 2 in number 2 and I will fill it. Okay. Make sure all the leaf discs, if they are come up, you just tap the leaves, they will fall again at the bottom if there is any water bubble. Okay, make sure all the leaves, they are at the bottom. So my few of my leaf discs, they are still at the top. I will remove the air again and I will fill it 100% with the solutions as already marked. Make sure all the leaf discs are at the bottom. It's very important. Okay. So make sure all the discs are at the bottom. Yes. I'll just fill my syringe number 2 also. And similarly, fill the syringe number 4 fully. If there is any leaf disc that come up, just tap, it will go down. Just tap it and all the leaf, they will again sink. Okay. If there any question you have, please write in the chat box. And in the water one, I'll just fill it with the water. All the syringes have leaf discs, they are at the bottom. Wow. Okay. If there is any water like this that came up, just tap them or remove the air by doing the process again. It's very important to, like, all the discs should come down. Okay. Few of my, oh, kutu, kutu, kutu. Okay, make sure all the leaf discs, they are at the bottom, not at the top. If it's done, it is done or not? Like few of my discs, they again come at the top, so I have to remove the air. Okay. Okay. So is it done? Make sure every leaf disc is at the bottom. Done. Wow, great. So now I will show you what we have did so far. So I can just show you the numbers at least, huh? Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 4, and water. Okay. So what we have did, 1, 2. So in the number one syringe, we have carbon dioxide baking, so like this, the concentration of carbon dioxide baking sodium bicarbonate is 1%. In the number two, in the number oh, in the number two, the concentration of sodium bicarbonate is 2%. In the 4 number syringe, we have concentration of sodium bicarbonate 4%. In this also 4%. And in the water, in the syringe that I have marked with W, it has no sodium bicarbonate or no source of carbon dioxide in it. Okay. Now, what we will do, we will put all of these, like some of my discs are automatically coming at the top because there are small air bubbles. I'll just tap them so that they have to fall at the bottom. Okay. So now what you have to do, just wrap one of the number 4 syringe with aluminum foil or any dark paper. If you don't have aluminum foil, no, don't worry. But just wrap one of the number 4 syringe with the aluminum foil so that no air, no light should enter in it. Okay. We'll just cover it with the aluminum foil so that no air will enter, no light can enter in number 4 only. Okay. I'll just I'll again mark it with number 4. Okay. In one of the number 4 syringe, you have to wrap it with aluminum foil so that no light should enter. Okay. I'll keep my solution away, and what I'll do, I'll just put them in the beakers. Okay. One by one. So this is my, so see, I have already put one in the beaker. I will put the water one also in the beaker. Make sure every leaf is at the bottom. I will put one number syringe also here. Okay. So this is my one of the disc is at the top. So my number 4 has one disc at the top. I will try to remove the air. By that time, you just put every syringe in the beaker. Okay. I don't know why my leaf discs are going up despite I have already removed the air, but I'll try once more time. Okay. I'm just trying to remove the air from my syringes. Okay. 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 So they are now at the bottom. I will put them. Yeah. So see all the syringes number 4. So the leaf discs, they are at the bottom. And the number 2nd. Okay. So I have put all the leaf discs at the bottom. Sorry, in the beaker. Now what we have to do, like this is the light source, and uh, we will switch on the light. Now what we will do, we will switch on the light. Yes, see. So we will wait. One of this disc in number 2 is already at the top. I'll try to remove the air and see. Okay. So what we will do, we will put all. So like you can see only one of this disc is at the top in syringe number 2. So it's like it's already up. So we will keep it in the mind. So you will also switch on the lights and see. Uh, I will just put whosoever is doing it. Please switch on your cameras so that I can see if you're doing it. You can just switch on the light and see what happens to your leaf discs. So we have 4%, 2%, and 1% sodium concentration, and the light source is constant. So there is no change in the light. Light is constant. So you keep watching, like uh, from which syringe the leaf discs they are coming up. Just check. Is it number 1 or number 2 or number 4? Just check it, or like if something is happening in the other syringes, and you can write in the chat box if you can see any change, which syringe has like in which syringe the leaf discs are coming up first. So for that I will just ask you one question. Oh, the girls, they are like uh, making their hair so that they can look good. Good. So I'll launch one more poll question. By the time you are just watching these leaf discs, so I'll ask one more question. So you can see in your screen. So if trees and plants they disappear from the earth, what do you think which creatures will find it difficult to survive? So if all we will cut all the trees, what do you think uh, which creature will find it difficult to survive? Do you think humans will not survive, or squirrels will not survive, bees will not survive, or like birds? Like, or do you think everyone will face uh, the problem? Which, wow. So it's good that you are answering. Wow. Most of the school they have answered correctly. All of the above. Great. You know, everyone will face problem. So like my discs, they are coming up. I'll just show you. I'll just show you overhead. I'll just switch off the light so that you can see. Uh, remove spotlight. So what is happening here? Uh, in my syringe number 4, you can see in my syringe number 4 and in my syringe number 2, some of the discs they are coming up. I don't know if you can see it or not. See, one of the discs from this syringe number 4, it is coming up, and few of the leaf discs in the syringe number 2 they are also coming up, and slowly there is only one disc in the syringe number 1 that is coming up. I'll just switch on the light again. So if you have the same observation, like first of all, my leaf disc from the syringe number 4, it comes up, then number 2, and in the last there is only one syringe. There is only one leaf disc in the syringe number 1. So if you have the same observation or not, what are your observation? Write in the chat box. Like, do you also see the same thing? Wow. In my wow. Like there is one more leaf disc that is coming up in the number 2 and in number 4 also. Wow. So in my syringes number 2, there are 2 discs that are at the top and 3 in number 4, and there is only 1 in the number 1 syringe. Wow. So there is another one coming up in the syringe number 4. Wow. Amazing. So I think number 2 and number 4 syringes have most of the leaf discs that are coming up, and there are only 1 in the syringe number 1. Wow. So what are your results? If you want to show me, or like it's still going on, were you able to see any of the discs comes up in your experiment? So if you'll repeat it in your school again, try to use a bulb which is similar to this. It's like try to use a 100-watt bulb. I don't know you have seen it or not. So this bulb give very good results. I think the light that you are using, the intensity is very low. Okay, so try to use this bulb. Ask anyone. It's very cheap. I'll show you in the overhead. So this bulb, it give yellow color light. It has a very good results. So try to use this bulb next time. Okay. So my all the discs in number 4, they are at the top. There are 2 discs in number 1, and all the leaf discs in number 2 also they are come up. Okay. So what is happening here? Can you can like if you can explain what do you think what's happening here? It's like in number syringe number 1 that has 1/4 of the concentration, or you can see the concentration of sodium bicarbonate is see number 2, number 4, and number 1. So there are only see so there are 2 left at the bottom in number 1. All the leaf discs are at the top in number 4 and in number 2 also. Okay. Most of the leaf discs are at the bottom in number 1. There is one more coming up, but it takes a lot of time. Okay. So what is happening here? Can anyone tell? Like, do you think there is a effect of carbon dioxide concentration in photosynthesis? Like when we increase the concentration of carbon dioxide or when we decrease the concentration of carbon dioxide, do you think there is a like some change in the process of photosynthesis? So see, like when we increase the concentration, when we increase the concentration from 1 to 4, from 1 to 4, the rate of photosynthesis increases. So here you can see photosynthesis does happen, but it took lot of time as compared to number 2 and number 4. So here the concentration increases. So when we increase the concentration of carbon dioxide, photosynthesis happens fast. The rate of photosynthesis, it increases. Okay. So if you can keep your like experiment keep on going, and you can definitely see the results because your light intensity is not that high. So through this experiment, you can see that when we increase the concentration of carbon dioxide, there is a increase in the rate of photosynthesis. Also, we will check these two. There is no leaf disc come up in the syringe that has water, and same is the case with the syringe number 4 that was covered in the aluminum foil. Okay. So were you able to understand something? Like if we increase the concentration of carbon dioxide, how it will affect on the rate of photosynthesis? Does your have do like you also got the same results or different result? Any school? If you can just raise your hand if you want to show your results, or you got the same results or different results, or no results, that is also fine. If you have not received, if you not got any result, that's also fine. But like all the time is already 4:30. So what you will do, keep your test going on, okay? And slowly you will see some changes in your syringes, and you can just text me in the chat in your WhatsApp group the photographs of your results. Okay, good, sure. You know? So what I will do, I will just show you uh, the homework question that you have to do. So okay, so this is your homework question. So in your homework question, what you have to do, I don't know whether you have 60-watt bulb or 100-watt bulb, but you can buy at least one bulb of 60-watt or 100-watt bulb. I think most of you have the torch light. Okay. So what you will do, if you have these two different kind of bulbs, make three syringes, and you will put 4% in one of the syringe. Here you can put 4% sodium bicarbonate solution. Put 4% here also, but cover it with the aluminum foil. And in the last syringe, just put the water and put it the whole system under the bulb, which is 100-watt or 60-watt, whatever you want. If you have both the bulbs, do the same thing here also. Put 4% here, 4% here, and cover it with aluminum foil. And in the last syringe, just add the water and put the leaf discs, okay? And switch on the lights and compare the result of these two, different kind of lights on the rate of photosynthesis, and try to keep these two setup far. Don't keep it very close, so that like if you'll just put them very closely, the light will from the 100-watt bulb fall on the uh, specimens that are put in the under the 60-watt bulb. Okay, do this and share the result that you got uh, with us, like what is the effect of different light sources uh, on the rate of photosynthesis. Okay. Okay, so if you have any question, you can write in the chat box, or if you want to talk to me, you can unmute, or you can just raise your thumb so that we can talk. If you have any question, any suggestion, any feedback, or you want to show the result, you can do it. If you have any question. Okay, so today what we have learned, we learned if we change the concentration of carbon dioxide, it has uh, uh, different results in the rate of photosynthesis. So when you do the homework, you will see the effect of light on the rate of photosynthesis. Okay, so send your answers to us in the message box or the homework that we will send you. Okay, see you next time in the session. Okay, bye bye. If you have anything to ask, you can stay here. Rest of the school they can leave. But if you have any question, any query, you can ask. Or if you have no question, you can leave the Zoom meeting. But if you want to ask any question, I'm here for 2-3 minutes. You can ask anything you want. If you don't have any question, you can end the meetings. You don't have any question, so I can end the meeting. Can I end the meeting? Yes or no? Okay, people are saying yes. KGBB, Andrew, you want to ask anything, or should I end the meeting? If you have no questions, okay. So bye bye. See you next time.